This 4.5-star waterfront hotel in the heart of Cannery Row in Monterey has a great location, a great luxury feeling, and in general, I think it's a great place to stay if you're passing through Monterey or planning a vacation there. Hey travel friends, it's Helen with Nicely Travel, and today we are taking a trip to Intercontinental The Clement in Monterey, California. Today I'll show you the rooms, I'll show you the overall vibe of the hotel, the common spaces, the amenities, pretty much anything you might be wondering about, so let's jump into it. Intercontinental The Clement Monterey is located in Cannery Row, really truly in the heart of Monterey. Not only is it right in historic Cannery Row, it's also right next to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, which is of course a huge draw for a lot of people that are coming to stay in Monterey. So huge points to this hotel for its very convenient location. The way the hotel is set up is kind of interesting. It's divided into two buildings. One is the waterfront building, so the rooms in this building face Monterey Bay directly. There's a big outdoor patio area with seating and some fire pit areas that faces the ocean as well. Also in this waterfront building, you're gonna find the hotel's restaurant, which is called The Sea. And the restaurant also has really nice views of the bay and some outdoor patio seating as well. Now, the other half of the hotel is situated just across the street from the Seaside building. This building holds a lot of the entry-level rooms that do not include an ocean view. So your views, if you're staying in this building in sort of an entry-level room, would be more so of the surrounding neighborhood in Cannery Row. As a 4.5-star hotel, this place does have a lot of nice amenities, but not the full scope that you might see at a full-blown resort. So they do have a full-service spa. As I said, they have a restaurant on site called The Sea, and the restaurant serves breakfast every day and then dinner, I believe, Wednesday through Sunday. I was not able to dine at the restaurant during my stay, but I did order room service on my departure morning for breakfast, and that came from the restaurant, and I have to say, it was a really nice room service experience. I was very pleasantly surprised and delighted. Reason being, okay, first of all, the food arrived really promptly, it was hot, it was tasty, I had pancakes, and they just really hit the spot. But for me, the highlight of it was simply that Intercontinental The Clement has not skimped on the room service accompaniments that you would expect at a 4.5-star hotel. I point this out because post-pandemic, I have to be honest, I've noticed a lot of hotels have cut back significantly on what they provide with room service and how they provide it. Quick example, so Intercontinental The Clement delivered some very nice glass jarred jams and jellies to accompany my pancakes. Just a very nice selection and what I would expect from a hotel of this caliber. So shout out to you, Intercontinental The Clement. Thank you for keeping those standards high when it comes to room service. I noticed it and I appreciate it. Well done, room service crew. I'd love to hear from you too. If you have ordered room service lately at a hotel, what's it been like? Has it matched up to pre-pandemic levels of service and expectations, or have you noticed a decline? Let me know what you think in the comments. Other amenities at Intercontinental The Clement include some nice common spaces. So in addition to that outdoor patio that I mentioned earlier, they also have their own little pier that you can walk out on and check out some of that Monterey Bay scenery, and maybe if you're lucky, catch some of the wildlife as well. There's a pretty standard check-in lobby and elevator lobby when you first walk into the hotel, but do make note that beyond this initial check-in lobby, there's actually another lobby that's a lot more like a living room. There are really nice big windows that face the bay. There's some really nice seating areas where you could sit and enjoy a book or a coffee or just some chill time outside of your room. Also, just off this living room, there's a cool staircase. It's a random touch much to have in a hotel, but I always appreciate it when a hotel makes a regular space like a staircase into something a little more special. They've lit it in a certain way, and there are projections that make you feel like you're underwater. It's very blue, and there are ocean sounds that are piped in, so you might hear whales or waves. And it's just a super cool nod to the hotel's neighbor, the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and a fun place to explore for a little bit, take some pictures. So check out that staircase off the living room. So this staircase leads up to the hotel's conference rooms and event spaces. This hotel also has a 24-hour fitness center and an outdoor pool. Now note that the pool is quite petite. It is more of a plunge pool versus some big Olympic-sized lap pool. It's very petite, but hey, it's there, and on a hot day, I'm sure it's super refreshing for a quick dip. Let's talk about parking really quick. So obviously, Cannery Row is a very popular area, and parking is at a premium. Thankfully, the hotel does have its own secure parking structure, and you can either valet your car or self-park. One little hidden amenity of the hotel that I was excited to discover is that they have a small convenience shop. It's got pretty much anything you might need last minute, like toiletries, travel essentials, over-the-counter medications, as well as some snacks and beverages. There's also an ATM back here in case you need cash for the valet or the bellman or anything like that. Now, before I get into our room tour here at Intercontinental The Clement, just a few quick fast facts about this place for all you stats nerds out there. Check-in time is at 3 p.m. Check-out is at 11 a.m. There are a total of 208 guest rooms at this hotel, and the rooms are spread over 4 floors. Every room in this hotel is going to be non-smoking, and for all you coffee fiends out there, they do serve complimentary coffee in the lobby in the mornings, so that's definitely going to be an option if you don't feel like making coffee in room. This hotel does allow pets, but they charge a hefty pet fee of $150 a night. And just know that there's only one room type where pets are allowed, and that is their patio room types, which either have 1 king or 2 double beds. As an Intercontinental property, this hotel is part of the IHG hotel chain, so if you're a member of their loyalty program, definitely make sure you're getting your points for this stay. And if you're not a member yet, definitely consider joining. It's a pretty cool loyalty program, and they've got a lot of different hotels in their network. Let's talk about rooms at the Clement. They've got a ton of different room types. Regardless of what room type you reserve here at the Clement, there are some things that are pretty standard with all the rooms. They all have 48-inch LCD TVs. They all have marble bathrooms, mini bars, coffee makers, nice soaking tubs with a separate shower in the bathrooms. Every room has really nice fret linens as well. The mid-level and upper-level rooms and suites are going to be in the building that faces the seaside and the waterfront. A lot of these rooms have partial ocean views, and that's because of the way the building is built. It's in a sort of U shape and built around that patio down on the ground floor. So the reason for a lot of the partial ocean views here is that if you're on one of the arms of the U, so to speak, you're actually facing directly at the rooms across from you, and then you lean out to the left or to the right to see the bay views. So that's why they call these partial ocean views. There are a handful of rooms that are on the very tip of the arms of the U, if that makes sense, and those are very much waterfront. You are looking straight at the bay. So if that's important to you, and if you crave a little more privacy on your patio or balcony, look into those waterfront rooms. The room that I stayed in was a lovely junior suite ocean view, and going back to my description of this waterfront building as like a U shape, the room that I stayed in was kind of right in the curve of the U, so really great view from this room, and a very cute little Juliet balcony. Not really a balcony that you could sit out on, but I really liked that I could keep the balcony open if I wanted those views while I was lounging on the bed or just elsewhere in the room. At 650 square feet, this room felt nice and spacious for 2 people. There was a gas fireplace next to the doors that opened out onto the little balcony. And while it's not going to provide you the warmth of a traditional wood-burning fireplace, it was still a nice feature to have. And just cool to be able to flick a switch and have a little fire going as the nice cool breeze from the bay was coming into the room. There's a little seating area as well, just beyond where the balcony is. There's a spacious bathroom with a nice bathtub and a separate shower, a nice sink and vanity area, just very quality fixtures throughout this bathroom. They're still providing individually packaged toiletries as well, and I appreciate that. The communal toiletries that are in those big pump jars that a lot of hotels are installing in the showers, I get the sustainability angle there, but I get a little bit of the ick factor with those, so I do really like it when a hotel still gives me those individual bottles. And hey, I try to be sustainable about it. I don't use it if I don't need it, and I leave it for the next guest. So there you have it. In the room, there's also a decent-sized entry hallway with a full-length mirror there. Always appreciate the full-length mirror. It's a must for me in any hotel room, so I'm glad that they had one in this room. There is a full closet in this room with everything you'd expect in a hotel closet: iron, ironing board, hangers, safe, robes. Ample room in there, especially since it was only a one-night stay for me, but even if you're staying a longer time at this hotel, the closet felt like it had ample space for whatever you might need to store in there. In addition to the closet storage, there's also a whole dresser with more drawer storage. Also on this dresser is where you're gonna find the coffee maker, the mini fridge / mini bar, and a convenient little desk area, which can also double as a vanity because there is a mirror there as well. The coffee maker in the room was an espresso, and they provided a nice variety of pods. The bed in this room was a king-size bed, very comfortable, very nice linens, just had a great night's sleep overall. So that's it, that's our room tour. Really pleasant stay here. I'd say that everything was really solid, from the service to the cleanliness to the responsiveness of things like room service and the front desk. I'd certainly recommend this hotel if you're considering a trip up to Monterey. Have you stayed elsewhere in Monterey, and would you recommend wherever you stayed? I'd love to hear your thoughts because this was my first trip to Monterey and I totally fell in love with the area and the town, so I want to go back. And if you have an idea of where you think I should stay instead of the Clement, please let me know. One thing to note about this hotel stay, I was not comped or hosted for my overnight stay at the Clement. I did pay a travel advisor rate, which is a slight discount off the best available rate. However, all of the observations and opinions shared in this video are really my genuine, honest impressions. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps our channel in a bunch of ways. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, may you travel nicely.